We're here to recognize you, Stan, for your retirement. So we've got a citation of commendation by the state legislature here, and we'll go ahead and read it into the record. But Sue, do you want to say something?
Well, I just want to say that I've known Stan for a long time. I knew Stan as a radio guy here in town, right? Mm-hmm. And then you learn all these other things about Stan, like race car driving, like his love for race cars, right? You have a collection of them, I believe.
Just a couple. Just a couple now. I'm slowing down.
Yeah, and his time at the press corps, you know that at first. And I know how much all the students through the, what is it called? Washington Seminar love you, and Craig High School students who've gotten to know and love you. And they truly love you, Stan. I mean, that was apparent when you got your honor wall ceremony. You are well loved, and rightly so. So thank you for all you've done for our community over all these years.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I've always enjoyed going on your show, and there's always the issues you prepare for, and then you always have something else you'd ask about that I'd get to respond to. But always an amazing conversation, and I anytime I got new staff in my office, I'd have to train them because they would say, Stan from WCLO called, and I'd say, which one? So we'll miss that, but
there'll only be one now.
But you don't seem to ever be able to fully retire, so I understand you're already working on new projects, and
I am.
We certainly wish you the best with that. But we know how much you've contributed to journalism in this community and for the state, and so we certainly thought you were worthy of this recognition. So this says, whereas Stan Milam graduated from Janesville Senior High in 1966, and whereas Stan served in the U.S. Army with the 8th Infantry Division in Germany before being reassigned to the 173rd Airborne Brigade in Vietnam and was awarded a Bronze Star for his service, and whereas Stan served as a dedicated and respected journalist across several media outlets and mediums, including serving as a columnist at the Janesville Gazette and hosting the renowned Stan Milam Show on WCLO Radio. And whereas Stan was a member of the Capitol Press Corps at the state capitol in Madison, covering state government and politics for over 28 years, including working as the Madison bureau chief for the Janesville Gazette and later establishing his own freelance news service called Capitol News Service. And whereas Stan has assisted the School District of Janesville in hosting educational programs, including the Washington Seminar for AP Government students and the Tim Cullen Government Intern Program. And whereas Stan served his community as a staff member for former State Senator Tim Cullen in the Wisconsin Legislature from 2013 to 2015, and whereas in a testament to his tenacity and dedication in journalism, Stan graduated with a master's degree in communications from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater in 2017 at the age of 71. And whereas Stan was inducted into the Honor Wall at Joseph A. Craig High School in 2022 in recognition of his outstanding legacy and many contributions to the Janesville community. And whereas Stan recently retired, sort of, after dedicating over 6 decades to radio and print journalism, and whereas Stan has devoted his life to promoting civic engagement, informing our community on important issues, and serving as a bridge between constituents and their government, now, therefore, Senator Mark Spreitzer, Representative Sue Conley, and Representatives Janet Jacobson and Clinton Anderson, on behalf of the Wisconsin Legislature, do hereby commend and congratulate Stan Milam on his retirement and thank him for his contributions to our community. Dated this 29th day of September, 2023.
Hey. Thank you. Just a couple of comments. I think it's very appropriate that we're having this get-together at the General Motors Legacy Center here at the Rock County Historical Society. My father worked at the GM plant for 35 years, and it provided me with the opportunity to go to school, go on to college, have a career that I really enjoyed. So I think it's very appropriate that we meet here today. There are some people that have made this whole thing possible for me, and I start with my wife, Terri, who is referred to as a saint for putting up with me for all these years. And I'm so glad that Tim Cullen and Quint Studer could also be here, two people that have had a great influence during my career and continue to have a tremendous influence on what I'm up to in my retirement. And so I want to thank you, Sue, and Mark, for this honor. I really appreciate it, and thanks for coming on down to Janesville and being with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you for all you've done.
Okay.
Good. Anybody else want to say anything, or?
How about this one? Come on up, Quint and Tim, if you want to. Come on in, Terri. Yeah, let's get a picture of all of us.
Well, you know, did you see him throw out that first pitch? Don't think the Marlins did notice that arm on that guy. You know, pitching's a real detriment right now. They're looking for arms all the time.
Yeah. Can we all, are we?
Still gonna have you squeeze it just a little bit? Fantastic.
We'll do one and then two. Don't worry.
One more. Very good.
Hearing this controversy about is it going to continue, and you know, I just think Stan's always done such a great job for the community, and I thought it was really neat. And I know Senator Cullen, you've had a lot to do with this when they were putting him into the Craig High School Wall of Fame. So many students clapped, so many students cheered because of his work with the Washington Seminar, which was really, I thought that just showed his ability to go through generations. And so been very fortunate he worked with us for a while, and I just am so excited to get to know him and have him as a friend, and I think that's what he is. He's a friend to all the people in the southern Wisconsin area, and I know, Tim, he loves you dearly, so I'm passing it on to you.
Okay, well, thank you, Quint.
Thank you, Quint. Thank you.
And obviously said a lot of things that Quint has done for this community as well, and not so much always in the public eye or whatever, but a lot. Stan and I go back, I don't know if it's 40 years or 50 years, I don't know.
Well, you know, I worked on that first campaign that you lost, the only campaign you've ever lost,
I haven't
and
forgotten.
you asked me not to work on any more.
Well, Stan also worked, and I'll let you led me there. Stan also worked on the primary campaign of Austin Szynski, who was running when I retired in 2014. And Stan was very helpful in that campaign, but he said to us, to Austin, me and others, that he was go over football a lot. He had lunch over there with friends. He said, I believe on the air, that the smartest people in the world live in Footville, Wisconsin. So we said, well then, you should go door to door in Footville. I mean, they see you talk to carry Footville big time. We lost Footville. And I said to Stan, you said that they had the smartest people in the world in Footville. He said, yeah, but they all moved away. But anyway, so we sang in Orfordville, and we carried Orfordville.
We did.
But anyway, most people know Stan for his career in the media, and radio, and newspaper. What they don't really know is who this guy really is, that he's so much more than that. And all the things he volunteers on, he volunteers and helps with the internship program, the one in Wisconsin, for years, I mean forever really. And when he worked for me, what he was doing was he was my district person. So he was the person coming around, going to people's homes, wherever they were, whatever problem we heard about, Stan had picked up, he would be the one that would go and talk to the citizens and find out what was wrong and what we could do about it and so on. And that was a big help, and to have somebody in your staff who actually knew Janesville, Beloit, Rock County, made a big difference. So he's fun to work with. I know nothing about cars, so, I mean, I help build these things, but I don't drive them like you do. But he has, you know, he's a multifaceted guy is what he is, even though people, if they don't know all this, think he's just a person, maybe not just a person, but that's your total career. So, great to be here, well deserved.
Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Wait,
Appreciate
hold
it.
that handshake.
Oh, boy, not too long.
Very good.